Hello, editing Tian.
Hello, stretching Christoph.
Oh, that felt good.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. This view that we're having here is, I don't know.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. It's a better spot for us than whoever's on camera, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, but the camera, I can also see that it's so beautiful as well.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. This is where we meditate in the morning, yes?
Mhm.
Soul sync and stuff,
Yes,
just on the
yes.
grass. Yeah, so I started this podcast, One Beautiful Life, and it's about living from a beautiful state, from a place that is pleasant inside. And not just about being pleasant, it's about having some resilience to move through the difficult things, right? It's an experience. And when I say experience, we can go through the motivational courses, we can go through counseling, we can go through a lot of stuff. But until we know how to be this way, or at least that was my experience. And I have been actively seeking out conscious communities of people who live and love their lives, right? They're, I don't care, you're 30, 50, 70, like people who just like, yes, you know. I usually find them a little bit older. And it's only here that I see people in their 20s and 30s. I just like, I'm enjoying it. Do you want to start with your name and where you're from? And I'll do that.
Yeah. So I'm Christoph Uhl. I lived half my life in Germany. That's where I grew up. And then the other half of my life so far, I lived in the United States. I got into Ekam or Oneness almost 3 years ago. My dad got me a ticket to a seminar, and I opened up for it, and I got a lot of new insights, you know. And I think it was also I was able to be humble and recognize maybe it would take me a long time to try to get out of the mental state I was in at the time, and it would be very painful and stuff like that. But here, you know, I'm introduced to basically teachers that can help me with it, and so I continued learning from them and continued looking at myself based on what the teachers were talking about. But that's just how it happened for me, you know. It's not like that for others.
So what happens is that, you know, I often look for why people are here, how they come here, why they stay, why they leave, what was effective, whether or not it was part of that place. And there's a few themes. Wealth and material provision is a big one. Health, mentally, and then happiness, inside or outside. And some people are facing very intense challenges or transitions in life. Suffering is a great motivator for people pain is a great motivator for people to do well.
Yeah, I guess so.
So people on camera probably didn't see this. In a 10-minute conversation, you went from a place where you're thinking about your projects and a little bit like just running. Right, the mind was running, and you sat down, and I don't know what you did inside your head, but I just felt that you became very centered and very focused, and you're here. Like you probably still have stuff on your mind, but you're here, and I just feel like it's the difference between a flock of birds flying and just scattered, and like a bull that's like, this is my next step, I'm going. Right, and it's like, oh, okay, game on. So what did you do right there?
That's one of the, if not the first meditation that Ekam taught me. It's called the Serene Mind practice. They don't even call it meditation because technically it's like really short. You've done it, right?
I think so.
Yeah?
I'm so new.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Well, it's like one of the core ones. Serene Mind is like, maybe you can do it in 4 minutes, even less, to step out of the habitual mind, wherever your mind has just led you on, to take a step back and be conscious again. And it is quite effective, actually. You just take a couple of breaths, focus on the breaths, you know. try to answer the question of what is it that I'm feeling at this moment. So you have to start looking inwards, and that actually I stay on that phase for the longest. Sometimes I'll be on that phase for 10 minutes and I still don't know what I'm feeling. For me, it takes a long time. Others can go fast, I guess. Just to introspect and be like, what is it actually what is that emotion I'm feeling? You know, I can tell I am noticing a lot of thoughts. I'm noticing sometimes I'm all over the place. Sometimes I'm more centered, like you said. So, but to recognize this feeling, or in other words, like the state that I'm in that time, is a great exercise. And as you're doing that exercise, you become centered, like what you're saying. You cannot answer the question while being scattered. So
Wait, so in the 10 minutes when I was playing with the camera, while you're bringing attention to your breathing, you were also asking or paying attention to your emotions, your feelings inside?
First I took a couple conscious breaths, and then I tried to describe the exact emotion with a word. Especially when I was sitting there, I was realizing I was so concerned about the future. Am I going to be able to do my projects in time? Are we going to have the camera set up good? Is the podcast going to be good? I was thinking about that.
And so once you realized that, what did you do then?
I didn't do anything.
You just realized it.
I just noticed that that's what was happening.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love how you don't need to do anything once you notice that. That's
What
something less.
are you gonna do?
There's nothing. Like
Yeah,
that's
there's nothing you can do, right?
the mind just works that way. And we're like, oh, okay.
As soon as you try to do something else, you're already already in that desire to do something else. It is already the mind. So that's the problem.
And it feeds off itself.
Yeah. And so if you try to change it, then you stay stuck in it. And of course, eventually, it's fine to change something. It's not about being perfectly quiet internally, but for that meditation, you don't do anything else, and it ends up helping.
Exactly. Wow. I love how you're able to articulate that in words, because in some like meditation, this word means a lot of different things in different circumstances. There are sets of meditations which is about visualizing and imagining the light, and it's like all calm, goosey-loosey, you're by the beach, yadida, and that calms people.
Yeah, totally.
There are meditations that are about just strictly watching the breath, or like the gap between breaths, and just different parts of things. But what you're saying is like just it's so zen in a way, because it's like, yeah, you just see what's going on and then you don't do anything. But then what I noticed on the outside was remarkable, because I just felt this focusing that happened. And there's just the feeling when someone moves into a room or you go into a crowd and you just know that, yeah, that person is angry. That feeling of that or like someone is like nervous. You can just tell a little bit like this. Well, you are not that, but there was just that happened. I was like, what is going on?
Wow.
So yeah, that was fun to see.
That's really cool.
So that's Serene Mind.
The Serene Mind then has one more step, actually, and that one is to imagine a flame at the center of your eyebrows. And just like a tiny flame, I think of a candle flame. It's easy for me to visualize that. And then when you have your focus on that, you move it into the middle of your brain. I mean, you imagine it going there. And then you try to just hold your focus steady on that as much as you can. And then that's the end. You hold your steady focus on that for a little bit, however long you want, really. That's the practice. So it really actually doesn't need to take more than 3-4 minutes. But I like to really see the flame and have it steady as much as possible. So sometimes I like overdo that for 20 minutes or something. Because I enjoy it, but
I have never heard anyone, so not say never. I rarely hear people say that I want to go meditate because I'm enjoying it. Most people I know is like, I don't want to sit and breathe. It's so boring. I fall asleep. And this is what's crazy about here. People just like having fun with this. And I mean,
Right.
also using it in life, right?
Right.
Which is fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, using it in life is, I would say, the only reason why I still have the job and I'm still productive in what I do is because of that. Because it does move me out of that monkey mind state, I would say. And it like what you were mentioning earlier, it aligns my focus and then I'm ready to go. And then things kind of flow. It's that type of job where you will be working for 3 hours when you're unfocused and you're not making any progress, but then you spend 10 minutes of focus and you finish it all.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna go back to the camera so that you can see the view that we're enjoying, and then we're gonna move.
So